Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Sneak Attack. I'm Reed, your host and DM for this original D&D adventure. To my left we have...
The Colonel.
Brenna.
Sherwood.
And Greg.
Last time on Sneak Attack, the gang went through a flippin' portal, found their way into the island of Loręndale, home of the elves, who are apparently kind of racist, kind of sexist, and in general just don't like people not full elves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the gist of it.
Us.
Yeah, pretty much our entire party.
Yeah. We
So-
represent everything but halflings.
They got questioned by a group of elven riders on patrol outside the city of Elunore. The leader of the patrol was named Solana Hailthorn, and she is taking them into the city to meet with the bishop, Rina Neravin. We are in the city now. You guys had just made your way through the pristine, immaculate city of Elunore, and you are inside the entrance of the bishop. Immediately, you were overtaken by like the scale of this place. The city's not super big. It's about 2,500 people, you would guess, reside in it, and it makes most of its infrastructure, economy is built around the lake that the city is built into, as well as a lot of trade. You could tell along the way, and you saw carts and stuff going in and out just constantly. So you can definitely tell that this seems to be almost like a central stop along the way for a bunch of different trade routes. And inside this building, you are just overwhelmed. What appear to be full-on trees, not stripped, not debarked or anything like that, but trees acting as central columns occupy the main chamber. So from floor to about 45 feet up, there are these two massive trees, about 10 feet across, 10 feet in diameter, that actually hold up this structure.
Whoa.
And sure, what I like that probably speaks right to you.
Yes.
The fact that they didn't destroy the trees, they chose to build around them.
Yeah.
And I want all of you guys to roll me an Arcana check.
Oh.
I never ask you guys to roll Arcana checks, like, just out of the blue, so...
Man, I got a decent Arcana, but low roll. 9.
Okay.
16.
7.
Colonel, you're not there yet.
Before you speak.
Yeah. Sorry.
JK, you're still saluting.
Colonel's still saluting by the statue, so he'll join you guys shortly. But Sherwood, you noticed right away when you walked in to this city that there was a strong magical presence here. Mm-hmm. You're not able to fully understand exactly what that is, or if anyone else even feels it.
Okay.
But you can tell right away, like there's something amplified about this city.
Like I'm walking into it? Like it felt like...
It definitely feels proximity based.
Okay.
So like I'll say like maybe the last third of the way around the lake before you actually hit the inside of the city is when you start to get a little bit of a tinge of it. But as soon as you walk in these front doors, you are overwhelmed by it.
Okay.
Greg and Brenna, you guys can even identify it as well when you guys walk in the front doors. It doesn't come off nearly as strong. Okay. But you just right away, you know that there's something about this place, something about this city in general, but about this building in particular that is screaming out to you. And so Solana, she's going to step forward, and she gestures at one of the people who is kind of walking around doing just their day-to-day activity. And she kind of pulls him aside and says, I need you to go get Bishop Rina just immediately. I found these three up by the statue. There's some mysterious behavior going on up there. And all at once, very much like this person that Solana's talking to understands Solana's importance, level of elevation within the society. And right away, he turns and runs and says, yes, right away, I'll go get her at once. And after a minute or so, coming down this kind of central stairway in the back of the room, you see a woman wearing, think of a ball gown, but much more flowy, much less restricting than a ball gown would be, made of just you can tell really high quality materials. It almost looks like it's moving in the breeze, even though there's no breeze indoors. So very light, very silky type of material. And it's got these sleeves with big old openings at the end. So she just looks like she's constantly in motion, even just while she's gliding down these stairs. And she gets to the bottom of the stairs, and Solana walks forward and kind of gestures her and says, Bishop, I'm so glad that you're here. I found these three up by the statue of Silvana. It was behaving very strangely. The bishop looks very concerned, and she looks at the three of you and says, it is very strange to have a dwarf, a gnome, and a half-elf. She kind of like lets those words hang a little bit.
She didn't say half-breed.
Yeah. Well, she's diplomatic.
I can appreciate diplomacy.
So she lets that hang a little bit, and it is very strange to see three of you all at once. Can you explain a little bit what you're doing here?
Brenna.
Yeah, Greg, he's in chains still, right? Like,
You are still bound.
probably got a couple guards next to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Greg, you should not talk.
Yeah, he's not going to. He's just going to be angry.
I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Am I allowed to talk?
You are free to speak.
Are you sure about that? I don't want to make you angry.
Do not make me regret inviting you into my house. You are here because Solana says you have information, or there's something that I need to be concerned about. So speak freely, but do so quickly. I do not have the time for dilly-dallying.
We've come from Norwich to warn you.
You've come from Norwich. Well, that explains the three of you traveling together.
Yes, it used to be a nice place. Now it's not.
Yeah, Arlen's run it into the ground.
Yes, it's awful.
He's running it into Valisar's hands.
Valisar, you say?
I thought you weren't going to talk. I thought you were angry.
I felt like it was worth contributing.
Okay.
Valisar.
Okay. But you say the name Valisar, everything kind of stops.
It's like saying Voldemort in a theater full of Harry Potter fans.
Yeah, actually. That's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, that's fine. He's okay with dropping a mic.
And so everyone that was kind of like walking around doing their day-to-day, like cleaning or setting up for an event or something, they just stop. Everyone stops and turns. It's like a record scratch kind of moment. Mm-hmm. And she immediately picks up on this and says, the three of you, and she gestures past you to the elven patrol that's kind of like standing behind you guys, making sure you don't get out of hand, says, bring them with me. We should have this conversation in private, I believe.
That's probably a good idea.
And so
Greg's just glad he's being let to come along.
yeah. So you dropped the V word, man.
Is someone getting the weird old man who's still on the hill?
Oh,
Our fourth.
Solana says, yeah, I'll make sure that he'll join you guys later. I don't know what his problem is.
He probably won't move until you salute him.
We'll get him here.
Okay.
So the three of you get led past this stairwell. The stairwell kind of extends forward, as stairs do. But behind the stairs is kind of like a cutout, and there's two doors.
Yeah.
You can tell that this is definitely not for like public use. It's just kind of almost like a helper's quarters, something like that.
Yeah.
So because you walk through one door and it's a very less grand, less vibrant type of environment. Still way nicer than most anything you guys have ever been in your life. But for elven standards, it seems kind of low.
More necessity than beauty.
Yeah, but it's still, again, like very intricately, very deliberately made. You could still tell this craftsmanship is just top level.
Cool.
But you're walking through this wooden hallway, and you open up into what appears to be almost like a mess hall kind of thing. Like maybe this is where people, like the servants who work inside this building, where they would eat. And so there's a bunch of nice wooden hand-carved tables sitting there, chairs, not benches. So again, it's still very elegant, but this is not what you would serve like a fellow bishop from another city. This is not where you guys would eat. So, Rina, she turns and like gestures for the three of you to sit down in the chairs.
I sit.
Okay.
Greg will sit.
I'll sit.
Okay. So Rina will not sit. She stands this whole time.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Power
I
move.
said we both all stand back up.
Hold on a minute. You're not sitting?
No, to her, like she would never sit back in a place like this.
Gotcha.
This
It's
is-
beneath her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why she took you guys there.
Yeah.
It's not out of a disrespect thing for her, honestly. It's just you don't deserve everything else.
It's commonplace.
Yeah. So she immediately turns to you, Greg, and says, why are you shackled, dwarf?
I believe the answer is in what you just said. I'm a dwarf, and they felt it necessary to shackle me.
Yes, I apologize. Some of the patrols, specifically people who have seen combat or whose job it is to keep the people safe, they have had some maybe poor reputations about the dwarves have spilled over into Loręndale, and that may have affected their judgment. I apologize. She kind of snaps her fingers, and someone like nonchalantly walks up and unshackles you.
Regrettably.
Very regrettably. Like they definitely don't want to do it, but they're not going to refuse a direct order. So,
Well, I'll try and not attribute that attribute to the rest of your kind.
well, I appreciate you giving me a chance,
And I appreciate you doing the same for me.
but be advised, many people in this house and all throughout the city share a similar ideal towards dwarves as Solana's people here. So,
They painted a very clear picture.
yeah. So, I wouldn't do anything that would possibly reinforce that idea, if you know what I mean.
I'll try my best.
Appreciate that. So, you mentioned Valasar. Sorry, I'm also getting ahead of myself. Names. What is your name, dwarf?
Name's Greg.
Graic.
Aye.
Excellent to meet you. And you, gnome.
Sherwood.
Sherwood.
Yes.
It's a lovely name.
Thank you.
It reminds me of nature.
Yeah. It kind of does, doesn't it?
He loves Loręndale. They love him here.
Leave me here.
She said, I can appreciate that. And you,
Brenna,
where do you come from, Brenna?
Karen Tool.
I should have guessed. East of the Rift.
Yep.
That is okay. There's no bitterness or judgment from me. I understand that. Well, those lines have been made in the sand a long time ago. So I'm not here to talk Elven history, although we could at length. I do want to know what you know about Valasar.
Well, here's what we do know. His followers plan to help him return, and they're working with some very dark arts in order to see that come about. But foremost, in the efforts to see him come back to the world, is your man,
Arlen
Brampton.
My man, I have no love for Arlen Brampton.
Does anyone?
The man is a megalomaniac, tyrant, hell-bent on seeing his own insane ego elevated.
That sounds about right.
How? So, are you all from Norwich originally, or did you? I mean, obviously you're not,
Right.
Brenna, but Gnome, are you from Durhaven? Or are you from Norwich?
Durhaven, I guess.
You guess.
He just found out today.
I just found out.
I'm from Vorsted.
Should have known.
Hammer Hall, if you know of it.
Oh, you come from Burgess.
Aye.
I've heard good things of the people of Burgess.
We're a little more interested in other races than the rest of our kin.
Very much so. Interesting. Well, okay. So how exactly do these followers of Valasar expect to bring about his return? I mean, Sylvana banished him. What could possibly supersede that?
Greg looks at Brenna.
What?
I don't know how many bombs I want to drop today.
Might not want to say that word in the middle of a diplomatic.
Yeah. I don't know how many bombs I want to drop in
Bam,
Loręndale.
bam, bam,
Can't
bam,
say
bam, bam,
bomb
bam.
on an airplane.
I'm not sure of the divine powers at movement, but you can't deny the dark magic that's happening all over Norwich right now.
Portals.
There are portals. There are people we assumed were dead coming back, almost reincarnate, not themselves reanimated almost.
Giant creatures look like
Purple.
huge men with some kind of bones that are broken sticking out their backs.
Like wings had been broken off or something.
You've seen this. You've seen these men.
Fought them.
She looks very impressed.
He feels like she should be impressed.
And then
He's
he
proud
whips out. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Have you seen my hammer?
At this point, the door swings open and the three guards turn very suddenly, but it's just the last one of the other patrols bringing the colonel
Is
in.
he still saluting?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
But is it clear that the person they're talking to is like in charge?
Oh, yeah.
He snaps to attention and salutes. Colonel Sterling Biloxi at your service.
This is our fourth.
He's with you.
Recently, yes.
Kind of has to be, I guess.
He's our babysitter.
And to whom, who commissioned him to be your
Oh, you're not going to like this answer.
caregiver?
Tegan.
Brightspire?
Yeah.
Aye.
She just like throws her head back and laughs. Tegan is alive?
Yep.
He's trying to lead a rebellion against Arlen Propton.
That sounds like the opposite of what I know Tegan to be.
I think he's mostly just trying to survive.
He's screwed up in a big way.
Tegan's whole life is a giant screw up. This is great. She never gets to talk like politics like this, so this is really great for her. Okay, you're blowing my mind right now. So Tegan, she turns to you, Colonel.
He's still saluting.
Oh,
You have to salute him.
she won't salute back. She gestures to Solana to salute to you.
Oh, power
Does
play.
she?
Solana begrudgingly does.
He drops his arm and kind of like grabs it because he's so tired from holding
Been
it.
holding up for 3 hours.
His fingers are
Good
all
commitment
asleep.
there, man. Good job.
All right. So Tegan Brightspire, embarrassment of High Rock, commissioned you to follow these three around. Is that correct?
Yes, Mom?
And do I even ask, what is with this uniform?
I'm part of Her Majesty's Raiders, 7th Cavalry, 5th Brigade.
7th Cavalry, 5th Brigade. I don't think the Raiders have been around for 8 years, 10 years.
That's correct. We've recommissioned.
Still just rocking that uniform. I love it. All right. So he's following the three of you around. You mentioned portals. Explain portals to me, because I'm not exactly sure what that has to do with anything.
We're still trying to figure out how it's working, but it seems like Valasar's followers for decades now have been trying to get magic creatures or something.
Their ultimate goal is to open a portal, I would assume, to get Valasar back from the realm which he's banished to.
Again, how is that possible? Sylvana banished him herself. No one can reach him.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but they've brought a whole mess of other things and things that are more powerful than we are, and maybe they have a way of... I don't understand these things with the bone sticking out of their back. Who knows what they are?
And we're we've learned a little about interplanar traveling, and from what I understand, Sylvana's all-powerful on this plane, but she doesn't have all power on every other plane.
That's nonsense.
I know it's hard to believe.
Sylvana created this universe. She is all-powerful in every existence, in every plane. There is... No. Listen. I'm very concerned.
Rightfully so.
You say you come from Norwich,
Yeah, rightfully so.
which is, by all accounts, in total turmoil and chaos right now.
Yes.
We haven't had any trade routes established with Norwich in almost 2 years now. She does math in her head. Yeah, almost 2 years.
Ireland doesn't have the nautical exchange presence here in Loręndale.
He works for himself now. He doesn't trade within the cities like he used to. Years ago, when he first established a nautical exchange, he set it up for two reasons: for trades of goods and services, and for transportation of people. It acted as both a ferry and a commercial vessel to ship ship resources from one island to another. He deals almost exclusively with his own factories and with his own establishments now. If it's not part of the Brandis Nautical Exchange, he doesn't dock there. So, we have our ways of getting stuff onto ships, but not nearly in the quantities we used to. So for all intents and purposes, getting anything in large amounts to or from Norwich is an impossibility.
So it would seem.
Which begs the question, how did you four get here?
We fell through a portal.
You came through a portal.
Fell through portal.
And this is starting to turn, like, she looks at Solana and she's starting to think, like, you just brought me 4 whack jobs. Like,
Wait.
you're wasting my time with nonsense now.
You seem to know. Are you about to talk? To interrupt?
Yes, but you can read her facial expression to know that she's like
Getting ready to be done with us.
yeah, she's getting to the point where it's
Hey, Greg knows when someone's not believing him. That's been half the people he's met the entire time he's been.
Half? 90%.
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Listen. Rina, you seem like you're fairly well connected.
Well, of course.
There's a lady elf who perhaps could bring some clarity to both our parties in this situation. You wouldn't happen to know of Valerin Elunore, former cleric of your Sylvana.
Of course I'm familiar with Valoran. She is, up until about 30 some odd years ago, she was pretty much the most well-known elf in the entire world. Well, at least in all of Loręndale.
Very good. She could vouch for us, I'm sure of it.
You know Valoran, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
You know Valoran.
Yes.
Aye.
Well, you know that Sylvana chose someone else.
Aye. Edwin.
We were there when that happened.
You were there. You were
Well,
there when
just
Sylvana chose
Let that
some.
cat out of the bag, don't you?
Yeah. I'm a half elf. I live a long time.
Does the colonel know about?
He wasn't there.
Does he know
colonel
about
know?
your vision with Sylvana's parents? Have
That
you
was
been
me.
around?
Yeah, that Brenna had.
No one else has met.
No one else knows.
No.
Except Brenna.
Except for me.
She told us.
I told you two. He does not know.
Yeah, the colonel does
Yeah.
not know.
Okay.
Akio
Colonel-
did.
Per the
R.I.P.
usual.
Yeah, the colonel doesn't know.
Nope.
I haven't talked about my love of Sylvana like at all since we met the colonel.
Pity.
So
Shame.
she gets or she turns and starts to kind of like gather things and give orders to Solana before you break that news. She turns to you, Brenna, and says, "What do you mean you were there? You were there when Edwin was appointed cleric?
Yeah.
You've seen her. You've seen Sylvana."
Yeah.
I could show you.
I know you don't believe it because we're not full elves,
Took a selfie.
but
No, I'm saying like what other dwarf can command radiant power? That's kind of he's basically suggesting like
Don't you dare ruin this
I can
elven
show you
building.
that I've
We worked a
had the
really
touch.
long time to carve this.
yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to take the fact that 3 unworthy beings have been in the presence of Sylvana.
So now she's having to confront her biases.
Yeah, now her pretty much all diplomacy she had is starting to disappear,
And
and she just wants to be mean to you guys.
Jealousy!
Yeah, she's fighting it for sure.
because to believe us or to acknowledge what we're saying goes against everything she believes internally.
But you've been able to know the names and events that have happened, like Edwin, for example. You knew Edwin's name. You're able to corroborate some history that is probably not well known outside of the Elven community. She says, okay, I would like you guys to stay here. Consider my house, my keep available to you,
Thank you.
but we're going to have a longer conversation now.
Can Valoran be here?
Valorant does not reside in Elunore.
Can we send for her?
I can probably find out where she's staying. Yes, that will take some time, but I need to know exactly what it was that happened at the statue of Sylvana.
The one, your statue out there.
Yeah, the one my patrol found you at.
We don't really know what happened.
Solana, she kind of steps forward at this point and she says, "Ma'am, if you don't mind, there was a bright light shining brighter than anything I've seen, and it was dawn, so it made no sense for a brilliant beam of white light to shine up out of the darkness like this, but it was cast right at the top of the bluff, just on the other side of the Pearl. And when we rode up there these 4 stood." And Rina, after hearing this, goes, "So you fell through a portal from Norwich, landed here. Why outside the statue? Why? What brought you to our statue?"
What used to be there?
Back when he was in charge, he turned our people into slaves.
I remember.
Did that to the rest of us too.
Yeah. He commissioned that we all build these giant statues in his honor to celebrate how great of a person he was and how great of a ruler he was and how his reign would last for 1,000 years. Of course, until Sylvana, and at this point she gets a little proud, Sylvana stepped in and banished him from this world. The first thing we did, as soon as we had rebuilt and regained our strength, was tear that monstrosity down and replace it with the one true ruler of Brenna.
I like what you did with the place.
Yes, we're quite proud of it. That's why we consider that ground to be sacred. Not just anyone is allowed up there, but...
Look, if we could have landed right outside Karen Tool, that would have been great. Unfortunately, we don't really understand portals, so we just ended up here on your sacred ground. And for that, I apologize.
We've been working to stop Valasar on Norwich for a long time. And our struggles led us to the statue of Valasar on Norwich. Upon entering, we, as Brenna said, fell into a portal and found ourselves here in Loręndale.
Wait, you walked into the statue?
He looks at Brenna.
Yes.
What? So there's just a portal inside the statue? Why is there a portal to Loręndale?
There's a crystal structure that you go through, and then
I mean, we basically just got. We're gonna tell her everything.
Greg keeps looking at you because you're better at lying than anybody else at the table.
I don't lie to high elves. They're really wise.
So she inside the statue, you climbed and found a crystal, and the crystal turned into a portal that led you here.
That sounds about right.
She kind of she's pacing back and forth at this point. She's trying to put all these pieces together. I mean, you're pretty much disrupting 750 years of what she believes to be true. Suddenly she just stops and says, wait a minute. Does that mean that there is a portal inside our tower?
We were inside your tower. We don't know.
How did you get in? Is there like a door?
We don't know.
It was opened to us.
How? Like what did you use to open it? Is there a key? Is there a spell? Is there something we can...
Sylvana must have wanted us to come here.
She doesn't know how to respond to that. She wants to believe it because
She believes Sylvana.
she believes in Sylvana, but she doesn't want to believe it because there's like no reason that lesser life forms should be revealing this type of information to her.
Look, I know you have a hard time buying in the relationship we have with Sylvana, and that's why I really feel like it would be beneficial for all of us if Valorant was here.
So, every so often, Greg has a moment of clarity.
It's been known to happen.
Look, you believe that Sylvana is all-powerful, perfect, and great, right?
Of course,
Okay,
we are made in her image.
aye. And what would prove her perfection and greatness more than being able to use lower life forms as ourselves to prove that through her all things are possible, even a dwarf?
What a pastor.
He's just trying to speak on her level here.
And at that point, she gets almost a little offended. She's, listen.
Like, don't tell me about my Sylvana.
Well, it's like, she's, no offense, dwarf, but if Sylvana were going to use anyone to proclaim her greatness or her power over this world, she would use the ones who she created to be most like her.
But you guys aren't on Norwich right now.
No, and thank God we are not, because Norwich has fallen apart.
Right, but those people still need Sylvana too, so she has to use somebody.
Ooh, good point.
Thank you, Greg. I know elves, direct descendants. I know the lore, I know the history, I know this is what I was raised on. But this is still her world. She created the gnomes, she created the dwarves, she created the humans.
She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit, and she knows it to be true, but for her to think that dwarves and gnomes and humans are on the same level as elves is just like, it's like there's Sylvana up here, elves right below there, and then everyone else below that.
And we're not here to argue which race she loves the most or if she loves a race more. I think it's safe to say that she loves her creation. And if her beloved descendants aren't willing to protect what she has created, she's going to tap into something else.
Ooh. That was really good.
Can you just stop?
Oh, preach it.
Greg's the hype man.
Just hops up, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, boy,
Nice.
Dang, Brenna.
Okay. I don't fully trust you guys. I don't fully understand
No one does.
what it is you're here. I mean, listen, I'm not having you imprisoned or anything like that,
Thank you.
which I think is a step above where you were just 20 minutes ago.
Aye, it is.
But at the same time, we're going to need a fair amount of proof. I need to know that I can trust you guys before I start bringing in other people, before I take this, maybe all the way up to the minister. I really don't want to bother her, but if you're telling me that Valisar has commissioned people to bring him back, and there's something we can do to prevent that, then I think it demands the attention of the minister.
I'm a wizard.
Really?
Harry.
I could show you a gift which Sylvana gave me, but I need a little bit of room.
No, you don't get room. No, she's not going to grant you that.
Ah, man.
I mean, she just doesn't know. It could be anything.
I can call down radiant light.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
I want you to sell to her that this is going to prove everything
I
right.
have a -1 in my persuasion.
Well,
4.
yeah. She says, I don't need your theatrics right now, dwarf, and I understand you're very passionate, but let us separate for the time being, and we can figure this out. You will stay here in Elunore, correct?
For how long?
Well, until we know what to do with you.
Can I send for my family?
For your family. In Carantoul?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. They're not welcome on this side of the rift. They've made their decision.
You can at least send word to them, right? And their messengers, at least.
Of course, we have couriers. We're not, uncivilized buffoons. We have ways of communicating.
How long would it take your couriers to get there?
Well, for our courier to get there, no more than 12 hours. Well, let me rephrase that. For our courier to get to the rift, no more than 12 hours.
Never mind.
From the rift to Carantoul, maybe 4 hours. But that's assuming that the messenger at the rift feels inclined to give it to the messenger on the other side of the rift.
I can handle it. Thank you.
Yeah. You see, there's a lot of bad blood between the patrols.
Well, no one's really doing anything about it, so that's going to keep happening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, we have a lot of time to hold grudges.
Some of us do. Some of us have less time.
That is unfortunate.
Didn't seem too broken up there about that.
No, she would rather die than be a half-elf. Here's what I would like. I would like you guys to stay in this city. We will reconvene. If you would like to send word, I will have one of my couriers go to the rift. I cannot guarantee a swift exchange of information on the other side, but that is what I can offer.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I'd rather not take my man on an errant mission anyways. So, do you know people here in Elunore? Do you?
No.
Okay, well, the city is stocked with what you need. I would advise maybe sending someone to run any errands if you would have. I'm not quite sure your welcome in the city will be as receptive as the one you've received from me.
Right. Well, I need the bed, and that's about it right now. Can't speak for the colonel or Sherwood or Brenna.
Yeah, I could use a bed.
All right. She at that point she nods to one of the patrol, and they open a door on the other side of this kind of mess hall type room, and you can tell that this is like the servants' quarters. Mm-hmm. Again, not where anyone who lives in the house with any type of authority or position would stay, but still probably the best digs of any place you've stayed at in a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Rina, she says, unfortunately, I will have to have someone stay with you while you're here. It's not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you.
So it is that you don't trust us.
Yes. I mean, let's not mince words. I don't trust you guys.
That's fine. I prefer it.
So, two of these soldiers here, very fine, upstanding citizens, they will be positioned outside your room at all times.
Fine.
Hope that's agreeable.
What are their names?
You would.
I'm just checking it's not someone else.
She says, well, this here is Nervine. She's one of our finest archers in the squad.
Hello.
And next to her is Theodora. Best with the polearm you've ever seen.
Good.
Really?
I appreciate the female guards.
Don't suppose either of them be interested in sparring at all.
No. Not with you.
You would be right.
Solana speaks up and says, you're not allowed to spar with him. And they shake their heads. They're like, we would never want to anyways. Like,
Yeah.
to spar with a dwarf is like beneath them.
They're playing with a punching bag.
No, they will totally acknowledge the fighting prowess of dwarfs.
Oh, that's good.
It's like an equals thing.
Exactly.
They're only going to spar with someone who's on their level.
Exactly. Yeah. They just don't see it as even worthy of their time, though.
Yeah.
So, but if they were going up a dwarf army, they'd probably be like, okay, like this is going to be a good fight.
Thing to learn. Yeah.
But like going up a one-on-one with nothing to benefit. They're just like, this is literally not worth my time.
Oh, man. Greg just wants to see what these elves are capable of.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Punch one in the face. Bet you won't.
It's not that interested.
So, Theodora, she kind of grabs the door and gestures for you guys to follow her. Do you follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rena says,
Does
I'll
she
be...
have any medals?
Theodora? Mm-hmm. No, they're not about outward style, like garnishments or anything like it. Everything is like their society is and their position is reflected in just like who they are as elves, not necessarily like they don't try and focus on what makes them different. Medals are like for about individuality and uniqueness. That's not really what they're about. So Rena says, I'll be in touch very soon. We'll figure this out. But before I send you off, it's no, never mind. I shouldn't even ask. I apologize. It's not for you guys to bother yourself with. So, if you would like to see your quarters, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Well, we just recently had one of the pillars of this community. He recently passed away,
Yes.
and a great, fantastic wizard, one of the best you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. But since he passed, he left such a hole in this community that people are not wanting to follow up, so to speak. But even beyond that, some weirdness, some strange goings on have been happening around his residence. Most specifically, the tower he had built just off of his property. There's been sightings of, I don't even know how to put it, strange beasts.
Eyeballs?
I believe they have eyes.
I mean, like a floating eyeball.
No, that's nonsense. Floating
Right,
eyeball.
of course it is.
No, like large, oversized, like mammals. I don't. They seem like they come from like the northern peaks of Vorstead. These
Werewolf?
There, wolf.
I don't believe a werewolf either, or any such necromantic creature. There's no lycanthropy involved. I don't believe. It just feels like maybe creatures that just are not native to this area, and no one has been able to get a good look at it because as soon as someone stumbles upon it, they either go missing or the creature runs away.
That sounds like a
Sounds
way
like Sasquatch.
for us to earn some trust.
Yes, I was thinking the same. I understand that getting information or maybe trying to show yourself sympathetic to the cause and, asking questions about Penn's death may not be the most pleasant thing to do in your first several hours here in Loręndale. But, he was such a great man that I feel that if there is any connection between these beasts and his work, then maybe you guys could figure that out for me. I would be more than willing to throw a little bit of gold your way.
How old was he?
Penn?
Yeah.
He was 1,126 years old.
Wow.
So let me get this straight here. We go and look at this Penn's house, and either we disappear and are never heard of again, which takes us off your hands,
It wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to me, no.
or we figure out what's going on, solve the problem, and earn some of your trust.
To me, it seems like a win-win. To you, what else do you have to lose?
What do you think?
He looks at everybody.
Can we rest first?
Of course. Where are my manners? You can rest. You look a little worse for wear there, dwarf. You got like a blood stain on
the minute he relaxes, he's just gonna slump to the floor.
Yeah. And she says, again, I can't honestly ask you to do this, but you would be doing the citizens of this town quite a service and I believe that you would give Penn peace in his passing.
We've done that before.
Give it to me, Mom. The Colonel snaps to attention.
Okay.
Salutes.
And now he's frozen again.
She turns and walks away, and you're still just standing there, I guess. So,
Greg will grab him and pull him along.
all right. So Theodora, she escorts you to your room, one singular room, big enough, 4 beds. It's got more than enough accommodations, but not shared room or not split rooms like you're used to.
Brenna is going to use sending to message her dad.
Okay.
Greg just sits down on the bed and then just falls backwards and knocks out.
Okay.
Dear.
Dear Dad,
It's
me, Brenna.
We're saying it together. And Sherwood.
And Sherwood, we're not doing it
We would
together.
like to know if we can
are
go to the
going
movies.
No, I don't want to do this with him anymore.
Yeah, not surprised.
I was trying to do the SNL thing where they sing the song
Oh,
together,
yeah.
but you weren't participating.
I
so.
got it at the end when you're cutting it off.
Yes,
And,
we are in Ellen. Please.
No, you
send
ruined it.
help. Okay. Seriousness, though.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm being held in Elunore. I hope to make it to you soon.
Okay.
The email send.
Okay. You're confident that
Can he respond?
Yes, he can.
I caught it out of the air before you went out. I'll never get
I guess your dad doesn't love you anymore.
he has a new daughter.
He replaced you. Everybody
He gets
knows
it
the
in his-
youngest is the golden child.
That's
He
right.
gets in his head. He's just like knocks himself out. Not listening.
Okay.
And then for a little light reading, Brenna settles into her bed. For light reading, she'd like to pull out the book that Linus gave her.
Oh, okay.
Akio's father's.
Yep, the Kio's Father spellbook.
Are they still in the room, the guards?
They're positioned outside the room.
Okay. Is there any windows?
Nope.
You like? I need nature.
I'm like pacing around. I'm like, I didn't want to be like rude, but like I can't sleep in here.
The Colonel's real uncomfortable in here as well.
Do you not want to take off your uniform in front of us?
Oh, he only has his uniform.
I sleeps in it.
It's got a
I
tear
mean,
in it.
I
also
sleep in
his
this
house.
too, so it's fine. I get it, but
There's no windows.
No, there's no windows.
The
Is
Colonel
there
steps
anything?
outside to talk to the guards. And he just starts talking to them about war stories in his medal.
They push you back inside and shut the door.
and that's why my favorite color is periwinkle.
So, do you guys all go to bed? Greg's already asleep.
Do I notice interesting things in the spell book? Anything out of
It seems to be a
ordinary?
lot more like diary
Okay.
so like almost here's a spell and then here's all the times that I used it in interesting ways.
Okay.
So it's almost like a little bit of like a chart of his life and how
Yeah.
and the progression of spells he learned.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Okay.
We can go into detail into that later.
Okay. Cool. She's gonna read for like an hour and then she'll go to bed.
But okay.
I go ask the guards. I have to go to the bathroom.
They tell you to hold it.
I can't hold it.
Look how small he is. He has a small bladder.
One of the guards leads you to the restroom.
Is there a window in there?
No, it's literally just
Gosh.
a hole in the ground.
Great.
He digs.
You Slumdog Millionaire that?
I'm going. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. All right, I'll go back.
It's just an empty room.
There's 4 beds. It's nice. It's a wood floor, 4 beds.
It's a nice hotel I made for you guys. Why are you not going to sleep in it?
Can I cook?
No, there's no oven in here.
You
There's
cook
no
too?
microwave.
Do you, all of your D&D characters cook?
Oh, peaches and gravy.
Oh
My gosh.
I just
Th-
throw
that's your
myself
fault,
over the
by the
bed
way.
and I just
Like
try and fall
exasperated
asleep. Yeah,
sigh.
I was like, I'm not going to sleep and I'm not going to like it.
All right. So
great.
as
Cranky.
the 4 of you lie down, Brenna, you close the spell book, put it on your nightstand, and lay down flat and begin to drift away. In the back of your mind, suddenly you hear the sound of your father.
Oh, shoot, dang.
He says, I never gave up hope.
Stop it, Dad.
And that's where we're going to end for this episode.
Dad, no. Why?
It's been 30 years.
Like 35, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure.
the last you knew, you were on a continent that's being in
And now
serious
yeah.
turmoil.
Yeah.
Can only you hear that?
I can't wait to show him the bow. Oh, I'm going to pee my pants excited about that.
That's
too.
yeah, only she can hear that. It's in her head.
Yeah, you don't get that be cool. That
Well, amidst
cool
all the
moment.
cruddy stuff, that was really cool.
Yeah.
So that is going to do it for this week's episode. We hope you had a good time. I've been very concerned with introducing the bear family because in Brenna's backstory episode, Josh did all the voices.
He did the male voices, I did the female.
Yeah, so just like, how am I going to play that out? Just I don't know.
And now you got to come up with a whole
I
new
just
voice,
did
too.
deep voice. That was it. That was
Yeah, we just listened to it
here's-
earlier.
it was kind of British, deeper.
British deep. You don't have to do those voices. You know that,
the
right?
specific dialect was deep British.
Yeah, deep British. Cockney.
This was the tone. Higher. It's
like
my tone.
Not my tone.
Not my tone. Not my tone.
I don't think any of us expect you to use Josh's voices.
Have to.
I'm going to try. I'm going to have to imitate it.
It's canon.
Yeah.
Don't use mine. Please don't use mine.
I never try and like mimic a female voice for
Great,
doing female.
good.
So
Mine's
Just
not
gonna
even
write a
very
note,
feminine.
slide it over to me.
yeah, it's a 3-hour recording for 30 minutes of dialogue.
Oh, gosh.
So that should be fun when we get to that point. Thanks everyone for listening. Seriously, I always appreciate you guys tuning in each week. So if you like the episode, we've got a number of different ways you can let us know. Chief among them is our Twitter account. We do love our Twitter followers, and I try my very, very best to interact with every single one that writes in. You can write us at Sneak Podcast, or you can shoot us an email, sneakattackpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can leave us an iTunes review, a podcast review on Podbean or Google Play Music or Google Play Music Podcast. They call it a number of different weird things. Overcast, Pocket Cast, whatever you guys use. We just love reviews. Hey, that rhymed. So if you're feeling up to it, just leave us a review. We really do appreciate that. It helps us in a number of different ways with placement, which it helps with our exposure, which helps with people figuring out our show, discovering it for the first time, and then hopping on the Sneak Attack train. So a couple of shout outs to people who've actually written us on Twitter here lately. So first of all, shout out to our boy Andrew Maturano. Andrew Maturano. That's at Megaman33013. He hit us up on Twitter. Thanks, Andrew, for writing in. Super appreciate that. Then we also have Elizabeth. That's at Lagooses or LA Gooses. I don't know. My favorite thing about Twitter is how absolutely random the user handles are.
Yeah.
So, but I'll keep butchering them for as long as you guys keep writing in. So keep writing in, and who knows, maybe I'll get one of them right eventually. But thanks so much for writing in. Just let us know what you think of the show. Like, seriously, that means the world to us to let us know that you guys are loving the show, loving what we're doing, and it's why we do what we do. It's why we get here every week and deliver you guys content. So just thanks so much. We cannot thank you enough for being a part of the show and for being a part of the family. Let's go around the table. We've got the Colonel,
Brenna.
Sherwood.
And Greg.
Thank you, everybody.